Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular View.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
Blue flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Shots do that. I don't want to sit too hard. That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel Bobby.
Because there was no Jay White site.
Okay, just straight up gangbanging. This story has been fit. You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not. What is she the CEO of, Chris? Jesus, golly. Let's start the show.
Welcome, everybody. It's been a while since we've been here. Welcome to the first reinvention of Unpopular Review reviews. And tonight we're talking The Wolf of Wall Street as we introduce our new partner, No Ma'am.
Tonight's broadcast has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am, National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood.
But we are still here to have some fun. Welcome, everybody, to the Wolf Pack. We'll be right back. Let's talk The Wolf of Wall Street, y'all.
My name is Jordan Belfort. The year I turned 26, I made $49 million, which really pissed me off because it was $3 shy of $1 million a week.
We're making a name for ourselves.
Nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in circles. You know what a fugazi is?
Oh, Fugazi. It's fake.
Yeah, fugazi, fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust.
Welcome, everybody. I am one of your hosts tonight. My name, you already know what it is. It's Mike Knox. And today we welcome to the Wolf Pack here a new member of Team No Ma'am here as the Unpopular Review Entertainment. We're going to talk this man's first movie. Let me shut up, y'all. Introduce himself. We got Vic down there below. He's going to talk in a momentarily, but we welcome y'all Freckle Sensei to the team, y'all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Freckle.
Look, I'm glad to be here. Can't wait to talk about this movie. I'm a huge movie nerd, and I'll probably watch this movie probably like 10 times, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've watched this movie a ton of times. So, honestly, it was a good hit as soon as you picked your first movie, right? And you wanted to pick, of course, it's October, right? We got Scary Tober going on. We got Unpopular Review Entertainment on Tuesdays. They're doing the scary movie genre right now. Make sure you check them out. They're watching Smile and all that kind of insane stuff and Insidious and all those things I refuse to watch. I did watch The Strangers last night. Talk about that a little bit later as well. Vic is back here. So, Freckle, you picked Wolf of Wall Street. What's up with this movie? For those who ain't seen this great movie.
Listen, first of all, this movie got me learning about the other side of business. It got me interested about, okay, I get all the stocks and all that type of stuff, but how does it look on the other side? How does it look behind those office doors? And this movie gave you that. This movie showed you what a lot of these businesses that got canned, like Enron, where I know I dated myself with that one. I definitely dated myself with that one.
Dating yourself, you young whippersnapper.
But with Enron and some other companies that's now under fire, doing the same type of stuff that in Wolf of Wall Street we were seeing. And golly, first of all, the character depth, the casting, brilliant. Could not think of a better beautiful combination than that. You have upcoming people, you have veterans. It was a blend of both. And then the amount of fineness of women. I mean, I get it was a lot. I'm a chocolate lover. I'm a diabetic, 10-time diabetes champion of chocolate. But sometimes vanilla is not all that bad. And we had a lot of beautiful vanilla ice cream in this movie as well. And we also had vanilla drugs that was white as snow.
Oh, man.
As well.
Listen, and for those who didn't know, in 87, Jordan Belfort, like he said, this man let's see, like Mark Zuckerberg, like most of them. I'd say more than Mark. At least Mark Zuckerberg, he just stole an idea, right? Well, everyone who comes up with a chair doesn't mean you go, everyone who came with an idea having a chair. If I made a chair better than yours, what he did, whatever, he stole the idea, right? But this man just said, I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of being the way that I am, and I found a way to scheme America and rob from the rich, or at first rob from the poor. And then he learned from his first wife to rob from the rich. And one of my favorite scenes, my wife and I, we can just be randomly walk on the house and go, Steve Madden. If you know what I'm talking about, on these Quaaludes that were 15 effing years old. And these guys out here doing some damn Quaaludes. But this movie, as you were saying, Freckle, it's just, I mean, first of all, directed by Martin Scorsese. Right, he can do more than just gangster movies, right? Matthew McConaughey. First of all, Margot Robbie. I have my theories about Margot Robbie and her thing. Like, but Christine, how do you say her last name? Milioti, who plays Teresa, who plays the first wife of his. They didn't even know who she was until if you let you watch Penguin. That is Sophia Falcone, the hangman herself, into the movie. Jonathan Favreau. You got Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's just start right there. And Jonah Hill, who thought he could ever come back from anything better than Jonah Hill, the fat guy. Really? Right, look what the thing Jonah Hill has played in. And everybody's favorite, my man. What's the guy who plays Vic and Daredevil from The Walking Dead? John Berteno.
Oh, Kingpin. Yeah. Oh no, not Kingpin. The old man that was cursing a lot.
No, he played. Oh my God, I'm so mad. I'm gonna be so mad at myself for not knowing this. Give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You're having a senior moment.
Fuck is his goddamn name? I'm ashamed of myself as a Walking Dead fan. Shane, Jesus Christ, Shane from The Walking Dead. Got it out there. But this movie is just wild and crazy. Freckles, your thoughts of this movie first and foremost. Give me some of the action. Give me some of that action.
First of all, this movie, like I said, this movie taught me some shit because one, Jordan, even though he's an asshole, even though he's arrogant, even though he was a prick, he's a fucking genius. This man was a fucking genius. To go into penny stocks, the fact to even think about penny stocks when nobody else is thinking about penny stocks and just oversell and overhype. The man was basically like Vince McMahon in penny stocking. It was like he just over delivered. It was like over promoting and under deliver the actual stock. Like the dude literally would get stock that a building is about to blow up in like 2 or 3 days. So everybody put all your money in and all shit it's gone. It was genius. And I love the fact that out of all people, you got Leonardo to play this man. He embodied. That's cute. One day.
Oh, stop it. Keep get to the train. Yeah, but listen, I didn't think, like most times in movies, and again, they really go too far. I didn't think they went too far in this one as far as like the comparison. And if anybody could play this guy, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. But that's look, they go to Hang Woman. Okay. And innocent, you ever say the first wife, like we see the Duchess. That's how she looks now. But look how the Duchess of Brooklyn look. We're going the wrong way there. Look early on though. Not too far, not too shabby. So I'm just saying. Vic, your thoughts on this movie, man?
Well, I mean, Margot Robbie, she embodied this movie. I think she's the inspiration behind Mandy Rose, Tiffany Stratton. You know,
well, that would be Barbie,
the Duchess of Staten Island. You know what I mean? Just that whole look, that whole swag, everything about her is just goddamn. I watched that movie so many times, man.
So many times have I watched this movie. Yeah,
that woman, like she just, you know, it's just insane. Like honestly, like that movie that she did with Will Smith, where they were robbing people. I watched that just because of her. Not even
a bunch of times. Listen, her and Will have great chemistry. That's why I think underrated is the original Suicide Squad. I think it's completely underrated because their chemistry alone was amazing in that movie. And going back, I think it was called Limitless, or maybe they were Thieves.
Yeah.
Right, I know what you're talking about. Where what's something they did? They put the caper over on the owners in the football game in New Orleans. I know that movie very, very well as well. But yeah, the Duchess is the Duchess. You know what I mean? So she definitely keeps your attention watching the movie 100%. You got any favorite parts in this movie, Vic?
Oh, Matthew McConaughey. I think the guy just has one of the most inspirational speeches in this movie of all time. I think that speech alone has probably gotten so much watch back. and this guy, like, he deserves like a supporting actor award for that movie, for that role.
For that small role.
Yeah,
for that small role.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, he embodies just the entire mentality behind Wall Street stockbrokers. Where
have you seen Two for the Money?
No,
with him and Al Pacino.
Oof.
I'm putting it in a rotation. It's one of my favorite movies. It's based on the biggest handicapper of all time, Mr. Brandon Lang. Sorry. And reason it made me talk about made you want to get into stocks and things like that with this movie. For me, I talk about dating yourself. Mine was Wall Street, made me do that. But I was all about show me the money. I wanted to be an agent. But Two for the Money with Matthew McConaughey, talking about embodying a role of a sports agent. It's this role right here. It's literally him playing this role minus the cocaine, which, that's a whole other story.
The other part of this is just that, like, one thing that I'm happy about now is that we live in an age where we don't necessarily need these guys. We
Say
need
that one more time. I missed it.
We don't necessarily need these guys because, before it was a situation like you see, they were picking up phones and they were calling everybody and calling.
Okay, I mean that way, yeah. The world's changed.
Like exactly. So where now we can all just look up the stocks ourselves. I mean, we got to put in the work, right? But my point is, we don't need to use somebody else in order to give us the information. So these people that call and convince you to spend the money, like, you don't necessarily need them anymore. So that makes
people still doing it sad. I work for one of the largest. I work for one of the largest cable companies in the world, and you would be surprised at how many old people would call and say, "Did you guys call me and telling me to do this to get this?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, please!" I gave them $500. They told me if I give him $500 now, my bill is paid for 2 years. I said, "Oh gosh."
What?
Yeah, so people still take advantage.
It's either the thing is, those are people you got to show the flashlight on their phone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, that's true. Embarrassing but true. Embarrassing but true. Any worst parts for you in this movie, Vic?
Let's see.
Of course not. What part of this movie you didn't like?
I really enjoyed the movie.
What part you didn't like?
That's
my safe word. That's my safe word. Fuck your safe word.
Yeah, man. There really isn't anything. Yeah,
I didn't like Jonah Hill whacking it.
I guess maybe the non-alcoholic beer. I'll give you that.
I didn't like Jonah Hill whacking it, and bro, like, I get these kids was crazy as hell. I mean, they're throwing midgets on a dartboard. Okay, we get there insanely crazy, but this man pulled out his Johnny Long stocking at a party with his wife and a bunch of people because he was she's so beautiful, I just gotta have her. Like, that was unnecessary, but they were that wild.
You know what?
That's crazy.
That's crazy because sometimes a certain amount of money will make you think you could buy it.
I'm about to say, hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I've been in Afghanistan and Kuwait. I've seen some stuff when people get that first check and they become Jonah Hill.
Facts. Access Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Remember that whole thing?
Access Hollywood.
You know what I'm saying? Remember that whole thing? So, like, you get a certain amount of money, you think you could grab, you know what I mean? You could just do whatever you want. So that makes a lot of sense.
We have this film here, directed and everything by Martin Scorsese. He's executive producer Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio only works with Martin Scorsese. Very few other people he works with. So he bangs all his money on whatever Martin Scorsese says he has for him. He's down to do it. And this movie, based on Jordan Belfort's life, like you said, taking it from penny stocks to what was the name of the company? Stratton.
Stratton. It was Stratton.
Stratton Oakmont. You know what I mean? Just coming up with names like that. Having, he said, none of these guys, except for one guy, he went to law school. That's my man from the game. In the middle of my name. He was the agent on the game with Tasha Mack and everybody. He was Maliki. He was Derwin Davis's attorney. But this movie, from top to bottom, you say, talking about, it's actually a very good motivational movie too.
Yeah. I agree. No, honestly, you know what? That speech that he does where he says, "I'm not leaving."
Yeah.
I've seen that used in so many different contexts. Yes. Like when the Mets moved on to the NLDS, right before they did, everybody was just posting that whole thing with him with a Mets hat on. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. You know what I mean?
I'm glad they left.
No. The Yankees gonna spank it now. So
yeah, unfortunately, I hate both teams historically. But if I had to pick one who I hate more because my teams are NL teams, I still can't cheer for the Dodgers. I'm going for the first time in my entire life, the Yankees. So I might mess y'all up, but I did go for the Liberty because of Brianna. Okay, and the way y'all disrespected their parade today was insane. But we're gonna talk about that on another show, another time. Freckles, what's some of your favorite parts of this movie, man? So we can
I didn't even know that was today. That's crazy.
Yeah,
see, that's how bad.
First of all, that elephant is freaky as hell. And anyway, favorite parts of the movie, definitely. For some reason, I love this part when Jonah sees the check that Leo gets, and he immediately calls and is like, "Hey, fuck y'all, I'm out." I promise you, that'll been me. That would have been if I had seen that check.
Yeah, absolutely. He said, "Show me a check right now with $75,000 on it, and I'll quit my job right now." And he pulled that shit out of his damn briefcase. I'm with you. I'd have left my job. Right. Show me what the fuck you do, and I know I can do it. Right. You know what I mean? And I've had jobs like that that's kept me where it's kept me. You know what I mean? That's why I've been inspecting for so damn long, because I know how to save their customers. For me, it gets no better than the lewd scene. Oh, yeah. 15, these brothers are coke heads galore. First of all, get that off the screen for me. Jonah Hill in the beginning of the movie. When he meets him, right? He says, God, "Please smoke crack with me." And as many times as I've watched this movie, I promise you I've never paid attention to that scene as much as I did today rewatching it, preparing for today's show.
What made him even do it?
Made him say, and it just between that and Matthew McConaughey saying, "You see this right here? Does it keep you sharp? Keep your fingers moving? Does it keep you going?" And you know what I mean? But when they get on the lewds at the worst possible time with a 90-minute delay when their phones are being tapped and he says, "Come on. I say him all the time, just roll down the stairs." He says, I went from one phase to paraplegic phase. This man is worse than Toa Babalunga on the football field. He's completely turned up like Candyman from these drugs, and he drives that car and thinks he gets home without a scratch, and finds that car is completely jacked up. But of course, he gets off, and there's nothing. And also, what this movie tells you is when you're rich, you don't go to jail.
You don't.
Right.
You don't. Name one CEO that actually really got locked up.
Facts. Well, Bernie Madoff. He made off with everybody's money.
But for real though, it's like name a CEO that actually really got.
Yeah. So let's take our first break, and we'll be right back, y'all. Oh man.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I understand the predicament, but there's something that you should know. We're getting married.
Who is getting married?
You and I are getting married. Yes.
We are
getting married.
We are getting married.
Yes. Can't fight a love like ours. So, are we good?
How can you be around someone who made your life so miserable?
Sweetie, honey, some proposals change you.
Why don't you get married here tomorrow?
Let's see a kiss.
Why don't you just do it really fast?
For better or worse.
You were a real kiss.
The proposal.
You're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're...
And we are back here. The Wolf Pack here on Unpopular Review Entertainment, talking the Wolf of Wall Street. Let's get out of here. Final thoughts and thumbs up, thumbs down. Going to start with the guy who picked the movie, Mr. Freckle Sensei.
Definitely thumbs up. Huge thumbs up. Final thoughts is that, one, it shows you if you really are that guy, if you're him, then you're going to end up being him. Like, if you believe that you're him, you're going to find a way. Just like how Jordan found a way. The man was dead broke. The man had no money and saw opportunity, went gold for it. And it's just like you said, like he was robbing poor people at first, and then he was like, "Nah, fuck that! I need to rob the rich folk because that's where all the money is coming from." And yeah, it's motivational. It does show you the good and bad of business, but it shows you how to really run a successful business at the end of the day. And that's what I love about it. It's very informational, very wild. Some of that shit I wish I could do, but I'm black.
Thumbs up for Freckle. Victor Moan Jr. Final thoughts, thumbs up, thumbs down this movie.
Well, I mean, this movie resonated a lot with me because I used to rent apartments at 44 Wall Street. And they, those apartments, they were like maybe 10 years ago, it was like a studio for $3,000, right? But then the thing is, one thing that you see is that you just see this tiny little room. It looks like a hotel room. But because the reason why it is because the lifestyle is just to be in and out, to be next to the thing at all times. And it's kind of like a crutch. The thing about Matthew McConaughey and his spot is just that, like, you see him with all this power and all this stuff, but then at the same time, it's kind of like he's in a prison. Look, he's got to jerk off twice a day, and he's got to be on things, and he got to this, that, because he's just moving with the numbers, because everything is a fugazi. Everything is a lie. So, they got to freaking figure out ways to just bullshit people all day. Bullshit people just to make a sale, You know why? Because at the end of the day, we're coming out with commission, motherfucker. Yeah. So, like, there's like a good and a bad there because, like, I in the long term, I think that Jordan would have been better off just being with his hairdresser wife instead of that whole roller coaster. I mean, I'm sure that he wouldn't, not do it. But at the end of the day, like, with all of that lying, it came back to him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then the truth is, I also think like if he were low key like Warren Buffett, he would have been fine.
Yeah, he was too out of control. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yep. Oh, thumbs up, of course.
Oh, I know, but once you get it out there, I wanted to go back and pay a little respect to my man from Friday Night Lights, Kyle Chandler, who played the FBI agent. The scene was just to die for me when he was like, I can make that happen for you. It's a shame guys like, teachers, doctors, lawyers, FBI agents don't get no money. You know what I mean? Here, take this. Like that whole scene was just brilliant and showing the difference. And you saw what he got. He finally got him. He got 3 years in a very cushy prison. Clearly for me, thumbs up as well. He's out of here now. He's making money again, books and everything else. Jordan Belfort. And again, speaking of one of my man, Shane, and his role in this movie being one of his first guys that he died 2 years after he got out of jail. He took the rap for him for those 3 months in jail, which just like you said, the acting was just phenomenal. If you have not seen Wolf of Wall Street, you need to go see Wolf of Wall Street somewhere. It's on Paramount Plus. There you go. All right. And if you don't have Paramount Plus, you have the internet. You can find it. So we go get up out of here, yo. Our first new show back together with the Wolf Pack. Yeah, that's right. You can go find it. Yeah, it's on the internet. You can go find it. So we're going to get up out of here. And remember that one thing is for certain, two things is for sure. When you're talking to Mike Knox.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black.
So make sure you understand
that part.
So we are out of here, y'all. We'll see y'all next freaking week for what's your movie, Vic?
Wall Street.
Wall Street, y'all. Peace.
Hey!